credit?
I have no clue what credit is.
Our friend here who's 19 knows little to nothing about credit and how it actually works. And you might be in a similar circumstance. You might be 19 to 21, you're in college, maybe you just graduated, early 20s. Even if you're older, it really doesn't make a difference. You should learn how credit works, what the basics are, and how you can apply credit to your life to help you overall when you're older to maybe purchase things like a home or a vehicle or something of a high expense. So today we're going to take a journey on what credit is and what it isn't, and by the end of it, you should know the basics of what credit is and what it isn't. So a credit score is based on a numerical system of anywhere from 300 to 850. The higher your credit score, the more likely you are to get loans or financing for any kind of business projects or any personal projects. A credit score is essentially used to deem your worthiness to borrow money. So for example, if I want to buy a new home and I only have so much money I can put down, a credit score is going to determine to the banks or credit union, whoever I'm loaning the money from, if I'm a responsible individual and can pay this money back. So credit score, think of it as a magic number. I hate to use the word magic, but think of it as a number that's used to determine your worthiness to be able to borrow money or have money invested into you. One of the biggest things that hurts young people's credit is when they owe money on small things and they don't pay it and they think it's not a big deal. So an example might be, let's say you owe some money on a cell phone bill, $200, and you don't pay that debt off. If you don't pay that debt off after so much time, your money that you owe T-Mobile or your cell phone provider gets reported to a debt collection agency. If you don't pay that off or work out some kind of payment plan, they will report that to the credit bureau. So that then goes against your credit. So now you might have a bill of minus $200 on your credit. And it may not seem like a lot, but if you don't pay that off, that dings your credit. So that's one of the biggest misconceptions younger people have is, oh, if I only owe a little money on something, it just goes away. It doesn't go away, because if it gets reported, it dings your credit. Now, 8-9 years down the road when you're older and you need to purchase something of value and you need to get a loan or you need money to borrow, you may get denied because you have these histories of not paying. And everything gets reported at the end of the day. Nothing just magically disappears. So if you're not paying off these little debts or working out some kind of agreement, these can end up biting you in the rear end later, because again, these are things now that get reported and they use them against you. So some of the basics that we can do to build credit are a few things. Now, this is one thing, it's a very gray area for me because I'm against credit cards. I don't use credit cards myself at all. But again, I have a business, so my situation's a little different. Here's what I'd say. If you're young, you can use a credit card to help build credit, but you have to be so careful, young people, because what happens is credit card companies prey literally on the fact that the majority of young people who get credit cards will not pay them, and they know they're going to go into the debt and negative and get hit with interest fees. They rely on this. This is how they make billions of dollars. So they use ignorance to their benefit against you. So you have to be really careful with that. So if you are going to get a credit card, make sure you're not spending a high amount when you're young. Don't use it for unnecessary things. So for example, if you're in school, maybe use that credit card for your college books that you know you have the money for to pay back. Never buy things and then assume I'm going to make money later to pay it off. If you're going to use that credit card for $100, you better make sure you have that $100 put away in your bank account or in your safe at home before you even make the purchase, because if you don't pay that debt off, this is how they destroy you and they get you. But a credit card can be used, because now if you have a history of payments, it does work in your advantage. But the problem is most people cannot control themselves when it comes to their spending, and credit card companies know this. So be careful. So you can use a credit card for your good, and you can make payments off, but I would suggest starting off very small and really control yourself, because if you're not careful, you can become a slave to these credit card companies, and they rely on that. So that's one of the things that you can do to build credit, is start with the small credit card, make your payments, pay those payments off, and make sure that you have a history of payments, because now 3-4 years down the road, those histories of payments can actually help benefit you a lot. One of the other ways, unconventional money warriors, that you can do, and again, this is a gray area for me because I suggest buying your cars cash, but let me give you an example. Let's say you have $5,000 saved up and you could purchase a car, and you go to a small dealer or whoever, Honda, whatever, and there's the car there for the $5,000 within your budget, and you have the money. What you can do is do $3,800 to maybe $4,000 down, finance the rest at $1,000. There might be a 2-3% interest rate, but use that extra $1,000 now and make that off in payments. But again, you already have the money saved for this. You're not relying on money that's magically going to come in. You already have this money there, and then make those payments. So now you have a history of, let's say, a year of payments of $200 a month, whatever it comes out to, because again, that helps build your credit. Again, I always suggest buying cars cash, but if you're gonna try to build your credit, it does not hurt to pay off most of the car, keep a small balance owed, but again, you already have this money saved for it, and then you use that money to make payments, because now you're gonna have a history of payments being made to the bank or whoever you loan the money from. And again, that can also help you build your credit.
Hey honey, how are you doing?
Good. Check out this.
Honey, what's wrong?
My parents are right about you.
Hey, calm down.
Come on, you're better than this.
No. Let me.
Why are you doing
let
this?
me explain. I just wanted to know if she wanted her favorite beef hot dogs and salad. I don't understand what the big deal is. I just don't understand women.
You'll never know what that bad credit score will cost you. It may cost you the ones you love most.
Please, whatever you do, just like and subscribe.
Ram wants you to succeed and will continue to bring you unconventional money-making content for free. Leave a comment below, a like, and if you would, subscribe for more money-making tips. Also, take this opportunity for an amazing offer from Webull. 2 free stocks worth up to $1,800. See the link in the description below. They even give Ram a free stock. Everybody wins.